Hi, I'm Shimon Avish, and I am the meetings practice area lead for Acquis Consulting. And I've been doing strategic meetings management consulting for about 20 years now. And I've seen a couple of mistakes that companies have made over the years, and I thought I'd share those. One is that there seems to be a mismatch between the program owner and their goals and the goals of the event owners. So you have two different sets of goals. You also need to involve your stakeholders a lot earlier on in the design process. And then you also need to focus on the right components of a meetings management program. And I'll talk about a little bit of each one. So from a mismatch perspective, one example I've seen is that procurement departments are often responsible for creating these programs, but they haven't worked closely enough with their marketing colleagues, who are the actual event stakeholders, and they have different sets of goals. One is savings and compliance, the other is lead generation, lead conversion, loyalty, brand loyalty, and so on. In terms of involving stakeholders earlier on, this is really important because if you don't capture the needs of your chief marketing officers, for example, and you build a program that is based on savings and compliance, then they're going to resist your program because it's going to constrain, or it's going to feel like it's going to constrain what they need to do in order to drive the results they need to drive. And last but not least is this notion of three components. So I talk about this in other places where I think it's really important to have a policy, standardized processes, and technology in place, and those are mutually reinforcing tools. But some companies focus on one or two of them to the exclusion of all three, and that causes problems downstream. So in terms of marketers not having their goals met, that can cause resistance. It can also cause a cascading effect later on of other marketers within the organization also resisting the program, and ultimately you find a lot of divisions not wanting to participate, which is a real problem. Mitigations, good, strong change management program, and that means identifying ahead of time potential sources of resistance and working with those sources of resistance, bringing them into the program very early on to get their needs and have them involved in the design decisions so that they feel a sense of ownership and so that their needs are met.